definitely tired. Definitely tired. Definitely tired. This has been an exhausting kind of week, but it's also been a very profitable week. Um, so, gotta thank God for that. But yeah, I mean, three trades. First one, screwed. Second one, took a little loss on trying to get short, trying to fade this move here. Wasn't able to do it, even though it did end up going in my direction. Just goes to show, right? Second one, got long, right up in here. Was able to hold that. Saw very little heat, and got that thing moving. But it's a little bit choppier than I would like in some ways. In some ways, it's not at all. In some ways, it's not at all. It's very clean, but um, what do I mean by choppy? Well, I get in long here. Why? Because this is kind of the middle of this candle, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to catch it because I missed several long opportunities over here. It's probably why I took that short because I saw that candle and I got pissed that I wasn't long. So I was going to make the market suffer like the market cares about me. Um, then I get up here. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I tried to get short. I can't get short there. I tried to get long here. I couldn't get long there. I had missed so many trades that I think I was just getting a little antsy. I was getting a little trigger happy. So when this opportunity came here, I wanted to make sure I got filled. I got filled even though there are these crazy sell imbalances here, even though there's a crazy sell imbalance there. Just because I've seen the rhythm of the day, and the rhythm of the day, the flavor of the day is who cares. Several times we've seen on the footprint where we have massive amounts of sellers that just get caught towards the end of the move, and then the buyers come in on very little volume comparatively, and they just soak up the sellers. So I was thinking, you know what, this is a buyer's market, so let me just hop in here and see if I could take this thing all the way up to the 180s, which I could have if I would have held, but I really wanted this market to hold VWAP once it got up here. I could have squeezed out an extra 10 points out of it, but there's no real structure to just have my chart take profit there. My take profit is usually at +1 VWAP, +1.5, +2. That's just how I trade. And so like here, obviously my target would have been here, my target would have been here, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, so we hop in, we get some really intense buyers that pop in. I see a little bit of heat on this thing, but it starts to move and groove pretty aggressively. I get really excited, and as we get as high as roughly, what was it? I think we get as high as like the 66. Nope, we get as high as the 68, and then we start to see this thing coming back. I'm out at 26. Where, for some reason, there's my exit right there. I'm out right here at the 157, and it is what it is. It's a $350 winner. I have to be grateful for that. I have to be grateful for the fact that the challenge has been going exceedingly well. My statistics are the best they've ever been for any given 2-week period, and I really do want to put that out there and just say, I think that the reason for that is, of course, a lot of these challenges. Have I made more money than $1,800 in a couple weeks? Of course I have, but not this sustainably. When we talk about how much money you have in the bank or how much money you have in the account, it doesn't matter if it's not made responsibly. What does that mean, Aaron? Well, if your statistics are suggesting that you have a negative expectancy and you make really good amounts of money over 2 weeks, you can't then say I'm a profitable trader over these 2 weeks. You still have to look at a lot of trades. If we take a look at how many trades we're looking at here, we're only looking at data pulled from a total quantity of 34 trades. That 34 trades doesn't tell me much about a trader. It tells me that if I'm profitable over 34 trades, that I could be having a winning streak. That doesn't really mean much. When we start looking at 100 or 200 or 300 or 400 trades, then you really start to separate the man from the myth. But trying to make sure that we have consistent strength is so necessary. My last winner was $350. My last loser was $95. I'm constantly working on this idea of bigger winners, smaller losers. Look at how much time I'm spending in my trades. I'm trying to be in a couple minutes. My average time is 2 minutes. My average time in winners, 3:07. This is just for the day. For the overall, I'm in for a minute 20. I'm in winners 2 minutes, I'm in losers 14 seconds. I'm trying to get that losing number down. Today I was in losers for 5 seconds. So I'm trying to hit that hard and be very, very, very quick and very, very, very mindful of the fact that right now, in order for me to gain my goals, I have to limit the amount of losing that I take on. It's not that I'll never lose, or it's not that I can't afford to lose. I have a stop loss for a reason. I can afford to lose the money if it hits that point. But the core purpose of trading is to make dollars and cents. So if you're losing more than you're making, that does not make dollars, and that does not make any sense. Well, why? Why would you do this? And so now that we're only $1,100 away from the goal, so I'm being super cautious. I mean, you guys can see over the past couple of days, you guys have seen me take 3 trades in a couple of days. But you've seen me take as many as 12 days just this past week because my head was in a different space. My mental score all week has been low. Mental score, trying to score my performance in my head, not just my performance, but how I feel when I get up in the morning. If I wake up in the morning and I'm groggy, maybe I'm a little hungover from wine on Sunday night, then, if you have a mental score that's low, 1 out of 10, no 7s, maybe you shouldn't be trading, right? Thankfully, I have a lot of experience. After 7 years of doing this, I can wake up and perform exactly how I need to perform at a 1 on a 1 out of 10 scale, with 10 being the highest, low being the 1. But I have to be super cautious, and I have to be super careful, and I have to pace myself. Could I have been in another couple of trades? Of course. Would I have been in this long? Probably. If I had a higher mental score, I would have tried to get in probably right around 157 where I took my last take profit, and I would have trailed this thing bar by bar, and I probably would have been out at the 181 for another over 20-point winner. I wouldn't have held it to the +2. This is insane. I there's no way I could have seen that happening. But I would be up probably $600 today, and I would be that much closer to the goal. But who cares? It doesn't matter how close you are to your goals. What matters is how close you are to preserving your profits. Profit preservation is the name of the game. I'm not a trader first and foremost. I'm a risk manager, and risk management is so necessary if you want to be good at this. If you're trading just to trade, and you're allowing yourself to go on these streaks where you're making large amounts of trades, you're taking large amounts of losses back to back to back, within reason, of course, without reason really, then are you really a trader? You're an amateur. We show up every day in order to be as professional as possible, and we show up every day to try to execute to the best of our abilities and stick to the processes that we need to stick to. I really considered taking off today. But like I said, we come to the markets as professionals first and foremost. So even if I had a bad day today mentally, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to lose money. What that means is I need to be more cautious with my risk management, and I need to be comfortable with the fact that because I'm not at my sharpest, I'm going to miss this beautiful short that formed. I'm going to miss this beautiful short that formed. I'm going to miss the fact that this consolidation was a great opportunity to start getting long at these lows and hold it up to these highs here. I'm going to miss those things, and I have to be comfortable with that, because at the end of the day, I'm not just some guy out here that wants to trade for the next couple of years, make $3 million, buy 8 Lamborghinis and skedaddle. I want to be trading for the next 30 to 40 years. And when you have that kind of long-term outlook, you try not to build a palace overnight. You try not to build Rome overnight, but you just try to build something small, brick by brick, day after day, bird by bird. This has been day 7 of the 3K and 30-day challenge. I have yet to take a losing day, but you better believe I've taken a ton of losing trades. It's a gift to be able to present this to you guys and talk about my experiences. I hope you're able to learn something from it, and I apologize about the lack of energy today. I am just exhausted. This might be a really good opportunity for me to take off tomorrow. Don't know if I'll take off tomorrow quite yet. It all depends on where my head's at tomorrow, what the opportunities look like in the markets, and then we'll take things from there. But trade well, trade delicious. I'll see you.